is up with the squad? The Cess, your favorite 91 Uncle Tendencies in the building with MJLover23 himself. Y'all know what it is. Cess Talks Bets with MJ Lover. What's happening, MJ? What's good?
Yo, what's happening? I am trying to find the pics that I sent you, and I can't find them on my computer.
You cannot find the pics. Well, this is interesting. This is funny.
I mean, we already have them, but I always have a copy up in front of me, and I can't find it. Interesting. Yeah, fair enough. Show must go on.
You see them?
Well, I see our pics, so yeah. I mean, I put them up. I just don't have a copy in my computer for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
True. Well, these things happen. So it's one of those days. One of those days. We got a treat for him today.
One of these days.
Yeah. Got a treat for him today. Should be good. Good.
All right, Emily in the building. You want to get to the picks?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
So you guys are gonna see something a little different today. So what I've added in here, and I'll put these in the wanna bet section after the game. I've added in not only the odds, but I've also added in the reason why these picks are front and center versus some of the other picks that are available. There are other picks that seem to be more solid and have a better foundation, but they don't pay out as much when you hit them. So we basically are mixing in a little bit of some risky friskies, but also some risky friskies that have a higher chance of hitting than some of the other risky friskies. So I basically put down the reasons, like for instance, Norman Powell at 24.5 points in assists. They're taking the over on that. He's hit that in 8 out of the last 10 games, but you'll see in other examples, there's going to be examples where someone has hit maybe 8 out of 10 games, but they've hit in the last five straight games, right? Those are the ones that I'm most likely going to be concentrating on myself before I leave today, but just to give you a heads up on that. So with that said, there's a few different picks, good picks out of this little trio here, but I think the more plausible one is going to be Norman Powell, just because Norman Powell, I mean, he could get 24.5 just in points, right? And I mean, Kawhi hit or miss, James Harden hit or miss. One thing you can rely on is Norman Powell's going to shoot, and he's going to shoot a lot of shots, and he may shoot a lot of 3-pointers too. So that 24.5 looked like something that's pretty easy to get to. Denver and Indiana. Denver's in Indiana, so after the Los Angeles Lakers loss, you can almost count on Denver to come in and try to wipe the floor with the Pacers. So with that said, I would pick this is a newer bet for me too. I don't usually do the halftime bets, but Nikola Jokic, points, rebounds, assists over 25.5 by halftime. He's hit that in the last 10 games. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you about that. I mean, even if he had a bad matchup, which he does not, you have to go with the trends on these, right? These are the ones you're still. I mean, look at the odds are still 119. You're still getting good odds on somebody that's hit a spot 10 straight games in a row. I think that's all I need to say about that one. Let's see. Chicago goes into Philly. I keep seeing. I'm seeing Joel Embiid info on my screen right now on my TV, talking about they're probably going to shut him down for the season. But with that said, I know Philly still will battle it out. One of the good ones that I see here, it looks like Mattis Buzelis, dunk contest participant this year, and over 0.5 assists. Hit 7 out of the last 10 games, but he's hit it 6 straight games. And this is against Philly, who's going to be without Embiid. You would imagine that's going to be the easiest to get, but you also have Josh Giddey for steals and blocks over 1.5. He's hit that 7 out of the last 10 games and 5 straight games. The last 5 straight games he's hit that. So you have some good choices in there. I don't know. I might pick one or the other. I might pick both just because I'm a degenerate, but we'll see. Brooklyn and Washington. So Brooklyn, I mean, this is two rats fighting over a moldy piece of cheese right now. So, I mean, you got some good options though. You still got some good options. Keyshawn George, even though I put him in the wrong, so I flipped that. I did that wrong. 2.5 points in the first quarter. He's hit that 6 straight games. That seems solid, especially he's playing against Brooklyn. I mean, it's not like they're a defensive juggernaut. Jordan Poole, who I don't even know why I put him in here, but I guess I couldn't resist putting him in here for 1 rebound in the first quarter because he's hit it 9 out of the last 10 games and in 8 straight games. So the last 8 straight games. So look at the odds are minus 234. So if you need it for a boost, I would definitely put it in there. Here's another one. Keon Johnson, over 3.5 rebounds. He's hit that in 9 straight games. I mean, and he has a great matchup. So don't overthink this stuff. That's all I can tell you. I mean, it's run it back with single bets and round robins or it's totally up to you. But stuff like that, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. Nick Claxton, another one, over 1.5 blocks. He's hit that 8 out of the last 10 games, and he's hit it 7 out of the last 7 straight games. Right? So okay. I don't need to explain this to you. You guys see what's going on. Okay. Miami going into Atlanta, Davion Mitchell. I put that up there, and I thought that was a pretty solid one, but I think I might get away from that just because there's a few other ones in this game that may be more plausible, like Bam Adebayo, over 0.5 assists in the first quarter. He has Tyler Hero. He also has the other shooter. I think he's starting right now, but even if he's not, it doesn't matter. 1 assist from Bam Adebayo. Bam doesn't average 30 points a game, so he does actually pass the ball, especially in the first quarter when it comes to distribution of, getting his teammates involved first. I would basically take that one. He's hit that 8 out of the last 10 games. Was that Zachary Risharker? He's the first round pick in this year's Frenchman. Over 1 assist for the whole game. That's not even for a quarter. Hit it 8 out of the last 10 games. He's hit it in the last 5 straight games. So that one's a good one. Good odds on that one. Minnesota and OKC. That's probably going to be the game of the night. Mike Conley's been pretty steady. 4.5 assists. Has hit that in 7 of the last game or 7 straight games, which is the last 7 straight games. Anthony Edwards, points and assists over 31.5. I would probably stay away from that. The only way I put that on there is because the odds look good. Minus 108 is good odds on that. I may stay away from that one though. SGA assists over 6.5 has hit that 6 out of the last 10 games, but 4 out of the last. Why am I not saying that right? 4 straight games. The last 4 straight games. That's what I should be saying. That one has some good odds on it too at plus 12, 112. 6.5 is very high for him though. Keep that in mind when you're making your decisions on that. Portland goes into Utah. Kamara, he's 1.5 assists. He's at 2. So he's basically had 2 assists or more in 7 of the last 10 games, and he's hit that in the last 4 straight games. but it's only been 2. It's like it's been 2 assists. It's like right at that threshold. So be careful with that. Let's see. Oh, and let me go back real quick. So lower marketing, the 1.5 over 1.5 rebounds in the first quarter. He's hit that 8 out of the last 10 games, but he's hit that in the last 6 straight games too. So that one might be a good one to add on. And then the last one's going to be Charlotte at Sacramento. Miles Bridges, 1.5 rebounds in the first quarter, hit that 9 out of the last 10 games. Going up against Sacramento, I mean, they got good rebounders, but Miles Bridges is one of the only rebounders they have next to Mr. I failed the physical at 24 years old. That one should be, 9 out of the 10 games, you got to play the odds on that one. DeRozan, over 0.5 assists in the first quarter, has hit that 8 out of the last 10 games and in the last 3 games too. The odds aren't really good. It should be a no-brainer, but I don't know about that. And lastly, Malik Monk, over 0.5 blocks, minus 170, hit it 8 out of the last 10 games and in the last 4 games too. So I don't remember Malik Monk being this block magnet, but he does good help side for Sacramento, and that one might be a good bet for you too, even though it's at minus 170.
All right, on the hockey.
So good. There's only 2 games in hockey tonight. So the San Jose Sharks go into Winnipeg. They're restarting this up. So the one that I got a good beat on from this game, it looks like it's Fabian Zetterlund. Shots on goal over 1.5. Has hit that in the last 6 games. So evidently Winnipeg, even though they're a decent team, he has a good matchup with them. So that was the one that looks like is going to hit more than the others. And the Las Vegas Knights play against the LA Kings. Basically, it's a cross-state rivalry game. This one's a little bit different. I would say, Tom Hurt under 0.5 assists. That one is, it's going to be weird because he's a center. Now, if he was a defender, I would say, okay, yeah, this is more likely to hit than not hit than hit. Yeah, but be careful of that one. Ans Kopitar, he might be a better candidate for no goals at minus 450. If you want to add that to your boost, if you need an extra player for a boost on your betting sheet, then that will probably be the best one to take. All right. Haha. NCAA men's basketball. Let me see. I got UNC going into Florida State. That is an ACC battle, so be careful of these. I keep forgetting to tell you guys about these rivalry games and these in-conference games. Some of them, the stats may be skewed on them, and the bets may be skewed on them, just because different things happen in rivalry games that can't be predicted. But in this case, the best odds that you have, let me see, for Cess Trimble at 0.5 assists over 90. He's hit that 9 out of the last 10 games. So that's basically what that means. That's a pretty good odds, minus 230. You could probably get away with adding Elliot Cadeau on there at over 4.5 assists. He's hit that 4 out of the last 5 games. Michigan plays against Nebraska. Haven't seen a whole lot of men's Nebraska games this year. I'd say Trey Donaldson for rebounds under 3.5. That's been pretty consistent from him because it looks like he's only hit that. Well, he's been under that 8 out of the last 10 games. But Bryce Williams looks like a little bit better, safer bet for over 2.5 assists. He's hit that in the last 7 games. Houston goes into Texas Tech. LJ Cryer, and I probably should have put this on my notes as I was putting this in. LJ Cryer is one of my good friends from Seattle's son. And his Pops was really good guard, one of the more legendary guards out of Seattle. 2.5 3-pointers on the over. I forgot to put the odds on there, but whatever it is, he should probably take it. He's most likely going to hit that tonight. Milos Uzan, that one is a decent one too at over 3.5 assists. Has hit that 5 out of the last 6 games. But JT Toppin, that one looks pretty hot too, even though it's just 1 assist. He's hit that in the last 4 games, and they're playing at home. So I imagine that he should be able to do that. And the last one here is the Kansas Jayhawks go in to face Colorado. Zeke Mayo, turnovers over 1.5. He has hit that in the last 10 games. Definitely book that on your dance card. Quite sure that's probably going to be higher tonight.
Sorry, StreamYard just had me sitting here. Where is that? Where are you at?
we are on to the extracurriculars now. Yeah. Hey, the ladder challenge is back. All right, so we hit on 2 of the 3. So got to go back and look at that last one. Oh, here it is. I do have it. Ha. So Andrew Desmond Baines hit his number. Enoch Cheeks hit his number. But I think I may have mentioned this the other day too. Andrew Wiggins had 2 steals, so he was not under the 1.5. So, but if you did take a round robin or single bets on those, then you would have hit on that, and that still makes you eligible for day 2. All right, now day 2, I put Davion Mitchell up here, instead of picking him for the original picks. Going in, odds are pretty good. Hit rate is 9 out of 10 games, so it's 90%. And then the last 4 straight games, he has hit that a 3-pointer in. So we're going with the trends on that. Has a good matchup. Of course, I took Joker for that halftime, that 25.5 points, rebounds, assists. Has hit it in the last 10 games. Had to put that one on. And then Mike Conley. I had to put those on, so you'll see that the hit rate on these are very high. So I might as well put those in on my ladder picks because it's still going to give me, I put down $2. I'm still going to get 4. I'm going to get more than 4, no matter which 2 that I pick, just because the odds are pretty good. 137, 119, and 112. Can't really go wrong with that. But as usual, single bet and round robin your picks on the back end to make sure you cover your backside. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ladder challenge picks of the day. I don't know why StreamYard got me delay, so I can't even hardly really hear you. So I'm just trying to keep up.
Oh no, StreamYard's trying to stop us. We know that.
Yeah. So we got challenge picks out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Our very next thing, y'all know what it is. Y'all know him as MJLover23, right? But some people know him as,
Mr. Lava.
and he got to give y'all his moonshots of the day, baby. The moonshots of the day.
Keegan Murray. His role has changed a little bit since the additions and the subtractions of players from the team. So being really cautious with him as far as first quarter rebounds. He might get 2. It looks like he has hit that 9 out of the last 10 games and in the last 8 straight games. So it looks like that's the one that we're going to be taking a flyer on.
All right. And after you get a moonshot, the next thing you got to get from Big Daddy Long Dog himself is the extra long dog shots of the day, baby. The extra long dog shots of the day. What you got?
All right, we got Alex Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo. I don't know. Any hockey fans in here, let me know how much I butchered that name. We're looking at under 0.5 assists. It looks like minus 248, so it looks like he's less likely. And he's a defender too, so he doesn't really, it looks like he doesn't attack too much, may not be in the power play shifts either. So under 0.5 assists for Alex Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo. our linguistics person is on the road right now. So as the truck rolls, by the way.
As the truck rolls, you hear me? After that, y'all know what it is. You got to get the what? MJLovers winner dimes, baby. The winner dimes. Let's go.
Here we go. RJ Davis, over 1.5 threes. He missed it the last 2 games, but he is 80%. He is basically 8 out of the last 10 games hitting that. He takes, this is one I actually put in just to let people know some of the differences on why some of these picks go in. He takes about 6 threes a game, like for the season. So, and he's one of their best 3-point shooters. So I'm playing the odds on this one as far as it's 190. So most, Vegas, thinks he's going to hit at least 2 3-pointers. And then you have Raleigh Worcester. So Raleigh Worcester under 7.5 points. He has been under that 8 out of the last 10 games. So you should be able to play the odds on that one and get some shekels back. That's right, Bree Wayne. Winner dimes. Yeah, we are looking at continuing the ladder challenge. I want to make sure. I know the NBA season coming to an end, and MLB's right around the corner. We already got some scores on that. Softball scores. Softball's has been in effect too. I don't know if we can bet on softball yet. I have to double check that. I think we can. Certain sports books will cover softball. But I know I think college baseball is going to be, for men, is going to be really competitive this year. So we may even throw, I don't know if we can, but we'll see if we can throw some home run, some extra long dongs on that one, right? So we'll see. Ought to be good. There we go. Coke and a smile.
All right, y'all heard it here. We got the picks. Y'all got time to get them in. I'm back at 6 with the talk with Political Lil, our Black History Month talk, and then we got some Unrivaled coming up. And now joining the conversation and on the court with Jay and Cess. So y'all don't miss out. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.